When adding or subtracting decimals, make sure that you have the decimal points lined up. And if you have any blank spaces remaining, you can simply add zeros in those blank spaces. Let's start with the first example, 6 plus 25 hundredths. Instead of writing 6 down, we are going to write 6.0, which is the same thing, but this allows us to line up the decimal. After we write both values with the decimal point lined up, simply drop the decimal straight down. If you have any blank spaces remaining, you can simply write a 0 in that blank space to avoid any confusion. And now you just add every column together until you get your answer. So 6 plus 25 hundredths is 6.25, or 6 and 25 hundredths. Let's do the same thing for the second example. We are going to line up the decimals in 4 and 2/10 and 0 and 25 hundredths. Because there is no hundredths place in 4.2, we are going to write a 0 in the hundredths place. Next, we drop our decimal straight down and add up all of the numbers together. And after doing this, you should get 4 and 45 hundredths. The same rules apply for subtracting decimals. Let's take the example, 9 and 4/10 take away 3 and 25 hundredths. First, we line up the decimal point, and then we drop the decimal point straight down. It is especially important to add any zeros to any blank spaces remaining when you are subtracting decimals. After filling in any blank spaces with the 0, simply proceed to subtract the numbers that you have. With this example, we have to borrow from the 4 and turn that 0 into a 10, and 10 take away 5 is 5, and 3 take away 2 is 1, and 9 take away 3 is 6. So 9.4 take away 3.25 is 6.15, or 6 and 15 hundredths. After subtracting your two values, you should check your answer by adding the numbers from the bottom to the top and see if you get what you started with. For example, if you add 6.15 to 3.25, you should end up what we started with, which is 9.4. So let's add these two values together and see if this is the case. After adding 6.15 and 3.25 together, we get 9.40, which is indeed the same thing as 9.4. So remember, when adding and subtracting decimals, make sure to line up your decimal point within the problem and drop your decimal point straight down for your answer, and also write any zeros in any existing blank spaces within the problem itself.